Welcome back to WKCTC Basketball Weekly. I'm assistant coach Josh Kimbler here with the head coach of the Stars, Daniel Potts. After an exciting season, we've already started back 4 days a week. Coach, we got them doing self-improvement drills. We got them in the weight room. We're about to go over some of our potential recruits we have coming in this year, over guys that we like. We're very excited about that, but first I'd like to thank personally, and then I'm going to let Coach have the floor, as far as thanking our sophomores with the hard work, dedication, the work ethic that they had throughout the year, Jacob Scott, Chris Jackson, and Cody Schultz.
Like I said, Coach, what a great group of young men. They brought it every single day. They put their heart and souls into our basketball program, and because of them, you know, we got the recognition this year from the community, community involved. And it was because of those three guys, those three leaders right there leading our group this year. And I can't say too much about them, man. I can't say enough about them, to be honest. What a great group of young men. Yes,
they are. They're going to go far in life, every single one of them. Coach, we got some pretty good guys coming in this year. Some of them we already know for sure. Others we're still looking at getting, which, you know, this list consists, I would say our chances of getting everybody we're about to name off is, I'd say, over 70%. So we got a good chance of getting everybody on here. Coach, let's start out with a kid by the name of Isaiah Simulton.
Isaiah Simulton. About 6'8", athletic ability out the charts.
Yes.
He plays above the rim. He's came in and done some individuals with us once or twice, and him and Marcus has banged around in that post. Very lengthy for 6'8". Has D1 athlete talent. He will be fun to watch. He's a workhorse. He's got to get more stronger and seeking contact more, but all those things, you know, we'll be able to teach. And I'm very excited about having Isaiah hopefully put on that West Kentucky uniform.
Right. Next guy by the name of Jamonte Davis from Hoptown.
Jamonte Davis. He comes from Hopkinsville. Hopkinsville right now is #1 in the state in the high school rankings, so he's played with great competition, great guards, all of that. Comes from a winning program, which is something else that when we recruit, we try to hit people that come from winning programs and likes to win and things like that. But Jamonte, he stands about 6'5", got a wide body, wide frame. He's a lefty, likes to bang and bruise and stuff like that. And it's going to be nice to get him on campus, see what he's got.
Next guy, Coach, Cameron Tutt.
Cameron Tutt, he has committed to us. He's about 6'5½", comes from Owensboro, Kentucky. Played for Apollo High. He averaged around 23, 24 points a game and about 12 or 13 rebounds. Just a a bruiser. He won't step outside much, but he's got a 10 to 12-foot shot. Loves to go to offensive boards. Loves to play the game. He loves the game. He texts me, you know, once or twice a week, asking him what drills he can improve on, you know, while he's in Owensboro and things like that. And a great kid. I can't wait to get Cameron here and even let you see him. Because you're gonna fall in love with Cameron Tutt.
Next guy out of Memphis, Tennessee, who I'm particularly excited to meet, Timothy Triplett.
Timothy Triplett. Wow, can the kid scorch the nets? He can absolutely fill it up. Shooting wise, reminds me a lot of Jacob Scott, and that's a very high compliment. He's already had a couple offers out of high school to some D1 programs. I think Georgia State, maybe a couple things like that. But kid's very mature. And me and you have talked about it. He's very mature for his age. He wants to let his body develop, things of that nature. And we're very excited about seeing Timothy here. And hopefully we can get him on campus, I think, within the next week or two.
Right.
So very excited about Mr. Triplett.
Yeah, anybody who reminds you of Jacob Scott shooting the ball is probably pretty good. From McCracken County, Bryce Rogers.
Got a local talent kid right here. About 6'5", Bryce Rogers, plays hard. Oh, my gosh, he plays extremely hard. Is going to bring that hard nose, hard work ethic that Coach Breyer over there at McCracken's taught, and going to be extremely an asset for our team next year. Can't wait to get him on campus here, and great things from Bryce Rogers.
Tristan Craddy.
Tristan Craddy, a kid from Callaway County, stands at about 6'7", 6'8". Very athletic. I see tons and tons of potential, and I've talked to you about him. What a great kid in the classroom, too. I think he's got around a 3.5, 3.6. He's going to be a great asset for us, you know, for next year and years to come.
A kid that you've actually been recruiting from Africa, Shagari Issa.
Shagari Issa stands at about 6'6", can absolutely fill it up. He can shoot the ball, can dunk it down with ease. I'm very excited to get to know this kid and be able to work with him. And a great kid. Me and him talk once or twice a week. about. And he's always asking, Coach, what can I do to get my skills to the par they need to be when I get there?
Right.
And we've been working with Japam Askew here on campus and getting his I-20 filled out, and hopefully we can get him on campus in the next month or so.
Right. Coach, a player who is actually related to Ben Dordoy, it's his brother, Emmanuel Dordoy.
Emmanuel, he stands about 5'11". He's from Miami area down there. And thick kid, strong kid, can shoot the ball, takes care of the ball very, very well, very heady. He's got a great IQ for the game. Actually reminds me a lot of Chris Jackson, you know, as far as built-wise and quickness and things like that we've seen on film. He will be one to help us tremendously at that point guard position.
Next player on the list, Kyle Hayes.
Kyle Hayes, a kid from Webster County, actually related to Jacob Scott. It's his cousin.
Okay.
So he's got that shooter mentality. You know, he's already got that in his blood type deal kind of thing. But he's about 5'11", 6 foot, strong body, very smart with the ball as well. And we look forward to him coming in, working hard, and maybe earning some minutes on that clock.
Okay. Coach, the next guy, Brian Dossett.
Brian Dossett, he's a kid from Trigg County. Coach Croft down there has done a great job with him. Story on Mr. Dossett. He had a couple of D2 offers, D3 offers, and a lot of JUCO offers, but he tore his ACL this year, which you know hindered a lot of his scholarship opportunities. So we might get lucky enough to get that kid and be able to work with him and get him back up to par. But he stands at 6'5", and great athlete, and can't wait to get him on campus, see him work out, things like that.
Right, Coach. We actually did a couple interviews with players that we're. If we don't have them for sure, we're 95% sure they're going to come.
Or more, yeah.
That would be Darius Brown, Payton Puckett, and Zach Kimbler. And we want to talk. We actually have some interviews that are going to come up right after this, and that they're going to get the people out there will be able to know a little bit more about them on the court as well as off the court, kind of get to know their personalities a little bit. But Coach, you want to start out? Darius Brown, talk a little bit about him.
My goodness, Darius Brown, a man body, a D1, Division I type body. Explodes off the floor.
Division I talent.
Yes, Division I talent.
All around.
Explodes off the floor with ease. I mean, he played with Alex Poitras that plays for Kentucky right now, and he was outscoring Alex Poitras, which was getting looked at by Kentucky. So this is the type of kid, type of talent that he is, and my goodness, I can't wait to be able to coach this kid and work with this kid and everything like that. He's going to be a lot of people are going to come just to watch this kid play. Yeah. That's how explosive and talented this kid is, and I can't wait to get him here on campus.
And everybody else is excited about playing with him.
With him, yes.
The next guy you'll see, Payton Puckett.
Payton Puckett, lefty. I think he's actually about to maybe get the Graves County scoring record. Yes. I believe, and that's huge.
Yeah, that's,
you know,
that's pretty big.
Out of
There's been some pretty good players coming out of there.
Yeah, out of the talents that came out of Graves County, what a accomplishment for him. But Payton, obviously, he can score the ball, but he's always around the basketball. Yeah. He gets I bet he's averaging 6 to 7 rebounds a game. I know the 3 games that I've seen him play, he's had in double digits rebounds for a 6'2" guard. But so he just has a knack for the ball, and we're going to work with his ball handling and things like that. And I think he's going to be a great asset for us.
Yes, he is. Last but not least, Zach Kimbler.
Zach, of course, you know this character pretty well, being your little brother and things like that. But wow, you know, Zach, he's not the most athletic person in the world, but he's got a great IQ for the game, great feel, got a great shot for the game. I mean, and what I love about him, he talks on defense. He talks on defense. He's just, you know, he's fun to be around with. The kids seem to just love being around Zach. Things like that, but he's going to be a great and immediate, you know, I believe an immediate asset for our program, and I can't wait to start working with Zach Kimbler.
At this time, we're going to go ahead and watch those interviews, first starting out with Darius Brown, then Payton Puckett, and last Zach Kimbler. Welcome back to WKCTC Basketball Weekly. With our first segment of our recruitment series here on the show, we have Darius Brown with us today. Darius, thanks for joining us. Yes, Darius is a local guy here. He's from Cairo, Illinois, and we're going to learn a little bit about Darius as far as off the court a little bit, as well as on. Like I say, the series of guys we have that are going to be coming in, including Darius, are guys that we're looking at really high about getting next year to play on our team. First off, Darius, your dad, Tyrone Nesby, played 5 seasons in the NBA. Yeah. Your mother, Angie Brown, was a Cairo basketball star. As far as influence, which one of your parents had the biggest influence on you?
I say my mama. I say, let's see, wanted pushing me harder to play
Right.
basketball and get on the court and do all this. So
About how many points a game does your mama average? Do you know?
like 20 or 30.
We should recruit her. Man. Okay, you went to Paducah Tillman High School.
Yeah.
How many years did you go there?
1.
And that was what year?
My sophomore.
Sophomore year. Okay, you attended Cairo High School.
Yeah.
How many years did you go there?
Matter of fact, I didn't go. I went to Clarksville High School.
Clarksville High School.
Yeah.
A blooper.
Junior high, I was
Okay.
in Cairo.
Okay. Junior high, you was at Cairo. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Out of those two teams, and actually, whenever you played for the Tennessee team, you played with Alex Poitras,
Yeah.
who currently plays for Kentucky. For all you basketball fans out there,
Yeah.
okay. How was it like playing with him?
It was amazing. I mean, I scored like 25, he scored like 30, and we just keep doing it like that.
Was he that big of a dominant force? I mean, did everybody know he was going to be big time back then?
Yeah, high school, yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't be stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, he was doing it.
Okay, as far as your high school teams that you played for, who did you enjoy playing for the most? You know, you got a bunch of Tillman fans
I got a lot
watching.
I liked Tillman though. I think that was the best. I always said that was the best team
Okay.
I ever played with. Yeah,
Okay.
that was the best team.
Okay. We'll talk about goals here a little bit. Education-wise, as far as your possible majors, kind of look at it as in, you know, where kind of you see yourself 2-3 years down the road. What are you interested in doing, you know, after college?
After college, either playing basketball somewhere overseas or something, try to do something.
Okay.
And about my little career, I'm trying to do like probably some business and stuff like that.
Okay, so like a business management type of deal.
Business.
Okay, that was my next question actually. Athletics, it was basketball. So
Yeah.
you pretty much got your mind made up.
Yeah.
You're willing to put in the work that it's going to take, you know, to be that successful and to get to that level.
Yes.
I like that answer. You like defense?
Yeah.
We can get along. Okay. Biggest strengths. Moving on. What do you bring to a program? What's your biggest strength?
Motivation and getting everybody involved in the game.
Right. Kind of like, you know, you're all hyped up. You're one of them type of players.
Yeah, get everybody.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Weaknesses. What part of your game needs the most work?
I don't know.
Can you shoot the three?
Yeah. Yeah. I can shoot.
I'm gonna find something.
I can shoot. Dribble, dunk. I don't know.
Ain't nothing wrong with being confident.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right.
Okay, let's wrap it up real quick. I got 2 more questions left, then we're going to move on to our next recruit. First off, what is your most memorable basketball moment just throughout your life?
Out my life. I think my 8th grade year when we went undefeated, won state.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. As far as years of eligibility, because I kind of told you that before, if you do decide to come here, since we're not sanctioned at the moment, you actually get to play a year of basketball and still have 4 years eligibility left to go anywhere else you want to. So during that time, you get your grades up, stuff like that. Years of eligibility wise, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, playing on TV somewhere.
I like it. Darius Brown again. Yeah. When we come back, we're going to move on with our next recruit. You're watching WKCTC Basketball Weekly. Moving on with our recruitment series, we have Payton Puckett from Graves County High School. Payton, good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Payton here is a 3-sport athlete. He's been praised for several years around the Region 1 area for not only his basketball work, but the work he's also put in on the football field and the baseball field as well. Payton, we have a few questions for you, and hopefully you guys at home will get to know Payton a little more, both on the court and off the court. Payton, starting off, we're going to go with strengths and weaknesses. First, starting with strengths, what do you bring to a program coming out of high school?
First off, I'm going to bring hard work and a lot of effort. I'm going to compete in every drill that's assigned for me to do. I'm going to do what my coach asked me to do, do everything I can to help my team win.
That's a good answer. See, you like him already. Here we go. Moving on with weaknesses. What needs the most work from your game right now?
Well, I'm probably going to say my ball handling skills. I played the power forward in high school, and so coming up here, I'm probably going to play the guard a little bit. So I'm going to have to work on my ball handling, especially my right hand.
Right.
My right hand's not really good, so I have to work on that a lot. And so ball handling probably be the most important thing.
Okay. Okay. It was just brought to my attention about 10 minutes before we walked in here. You have to average 16 points a game to be the all-time leading scorer at Graves County High School. You have 3 games left. That's guaranteed. Mm-hmm. That's, I guess, if you would lose first-round region.
Yes.
So you have three games guaranteed left.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to average 16 points a game. Do you think you're going to get there?
Yes, I hope I do. I hope my teammates help me along the way to get that goal. So I think I will get that.
I agree. I think you will too. Moving on off the court a little bit, as far as your influences in life. I know you got a great family. Your dad, Mark, your mom, Christy, both great people. I don't know anybody who doesn't like them, doesn't like to be around them. Who is your biggest influence in life?
You're probably my dad. My dad is probably the most important guy in my life. My mom is a sweet lady, the nicest person ever. But my dad always helped me out in sports. Always told me to do my best, whatever I'm doing, getting out of the school or sports. So probably my dad. My dad's the most important thing in my life.
Right, and I think they've both done a heck of a job.
Yeah, they've done, yeah.
Another thing off the court, you know, our college is in the top 5 community colleges in the nation, real big on academics. Dr. Veazey does a great job with dealing with that and making sure we hold that standard. As far as a major, I mean, what are you looking to do? What does Payton Puckett want to? Where do you want to be 5-6 years down the road?
Well, I want to be in the education. I want to become a teacher, like my mom is at Graves County High School. She is a teacher / principal. She was a teacher at first. Now she's a principal. So I want to be in education. I want to become a special education teacher. I want to help the kids that are less fortunate, have disabilities, help them out and stuff. So be in the education department.
Okay. Okay. Going back a little bit to the sports side of it, who has been your favorite coach throughout your high school career? Now, this is counting the legendary Coach Pedley, who coaches football, Coach Les May, you know, Coach Gregory, you know, basketball coaches, Coach Dunning, Coach Frick, Coach Birdsong. You know, who is your favorite coach? And don't, you know, this isn't taking anything away from anybody else. Just going to make the record straight because I know most of them guys. I don't want to get, you know, a hard time at me. Who's your favorite coach?
Well, a hard decision. I've had a lot of great coaches in my career. Not counting middle school with Coach Jamie Darnell, and I had Wes Johnson for a little bit.
He's a pretty good player.
I had your brother Matt. Matt coached a bunch of us when we were in elementary school. But I'm going to have to go with Coach Dunning. Coach Dunning has been there with me since day one. Brought us all together, 5th grade, put us all together for the first time ever, us seniors on our high school team. So Coach Dunning, he's been a great inspiration in my career, always there, been there for me when I had my downs, my ups and downs. So Coach Dunning is just a great guy, great coach, and been a father figure in my life.
I agree. I think several people would agree with you that's graduated from there as well. Last question, then we're going to let Payton go for the day. How far is Graves County going to go in the off season?
Well, last year we had a really good season, made all the way to the Elite 8 of the state tournament, so hoping we'll achieve that goal. But this year we're hoping to go all the way to the Final Four, state tournament, Final Four.
Sounds good. Payton, again, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we're going to be back shortly, and we're going to continue our Graves County High School recruitment series with Zach Kimbler. You're watching WKCTC Basketball Weekly. Moving on with our recruitment series, we have another player from Graves County High Schools, Zach Kimbler. Zach, thanks for being on the show today. We're going to go over some things that you get to know the same as Payton Puckett as far as knowing Zach off the court as well as on the court. Zach, first off, talk about strengths. Coming out of high school, what can you bring to a college program?
Strengths, you know, well, it's really anything, you know. I can do whatever I have to make the team win, but I think most importantly is, you know, getting everybody together, being that leader on the floor, make sure everybody's on the same page so, you know, we don't give up something easy. Okay, so communication. Yes. Okay, sounds good. Going the opposite of that, weaknesses. What is the thing that you need to work on the most to be successful at the next level? Playing the forward position in college, I know it's going to be a lot tougher. We're going to be playing people that are going to be, you know, quicker. Yeah. You know, it's not going to be that high school level type stuff, so I'm going to have to get my ball handling up and, you know, you have to get in the gym, work on my shooting.
Okay. Okay. Moving off the court, as far as a major, where does Zach Kimbler see himself 5 to 6 years down the road? What do you want to do?
I also want to get in the education department, like Payton said, physical education, PE teacher, top.
Okay. You interested in coaching one day?
Maybe alongside you.
I don't know about that. I don't know if you work for me. All right, let's go with next question. Going back to basketball, as you know, your middle brother, Matt, made it to the Final Four. And as Payton said in our last segment, one of y'all's goals this year is to at least make it to the Final Four, which will be one step above where you finished last year in the postseason. And if you don't make it to the Final Four, you will always be compared to your older brother, Matt.
Yeah, unfortunately. You know, ever since, you know, I think I was maybe 6th grade, when he made that Final Four and they got beat by, you know, Jeffersontown. From 7th grade on, that was always my goal, is to at least make it there or better. And like Payton said, our goal is Final Four, but our ultimate goal is the state championship.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, like I said, that's what our team's, you know, striving for this year, and, you know, we're going to give it our all.
Sounds good. As far as your influences, more off the court stuff. If anybody don't know out there, Zach I'm the oldest brother. We have a middle brother, Matt Kimbler, who's a teacher at Graves County High School and also a basketball coach. And Zach here, who's the youngest, is a senior this year. Out of your influences, you know, I'm obviously not going to say anything bad about mom and dad, but they're obviously good people. You know, Payton said that Mark and Christy were, you know, very influential, especially his dad. Who has been your biggest influence growing up?
I really don't want to say it, but it's had to be you and Matt. You know, ever since I was little, you know, you taught me the game of basketball. You know, everything I learned was from y'all. You know, you never took it easy on me. If I messed up, you'd make me do it till it was perfect, you know. So
no breaks.
I said, no breaks. Yeah, that's right. So like I said, it had to be you and Matt, just because, you know, you've always been there, and, you know, you never let it come easy to me. You always had to be perfect.
Right. Okay. One thing you've been famous at since you've been in high school is the art of the flop. You may have more charges than anybody I know, except for maybe one person. I wish I could get the stats on this, and that would be Nathan Wilkerson, who graduated in 2001. You guys just seem to always, it don't matter, a guy could breathe on you too hard, and it looks like somebody shot you out of a cannon. Can you talk a little bit about, you know, being able to put your body in positions like that to even have the chance to draw an offensive foul?
Well, most of these charges wouldn't come if, you know, some of our players could sit down and play defense, first of all. So, I mean, you know, when somebody's always going by, you know, you got to make game-winning plays. And I'd say taking a charge is one of those game-winning plays, you know.
Right.
It get you the ball back, or at least an attempt to, you know.
Right.
And you just got to act.
I like it. I like it. Coach K would like you from Duke, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would.
All right, finally, the last question. We're going to go ahead and let Zach out of here today. You know, most players, even when I played, you know, we wore socks that you couldn't even hardly see. They were so low you couldn't see them at all. You know, as the years went along, you know, back in the olds, we actually watched a video from the 1969 championship game where we beat Robert Morris here at this school and became the national champions. You know, guys had tube socks, had long socks. Zach, you're the only player that I've seen in high school this whole year who wears tube socks. I mean, they're so high, they come up above where your shorts come down. They almost look like pantyhose. Why do you wear tube socks?
National champions wore tube socks. I wear tube socks.
I like it. I like it. Thanks, Zach. And whenever we come back, we'll continue on with our recruitment series. You're watching WKCTC Basketball Weekly. Welcome back to WKCTC Basketball Weekly. At this time, we're going to go ahead and hand it over to the head coach, Daniel Potts, to discuss our returning players for next year, as well as some possible community involvement with our basketball program over the summer.
Of course, we got Cody Rao coming back from Carlisle County. He can absolutely fill it up. Zane Vanderbo, another one of those kids the one we always preach about, that never played in high school ball, but has been an absolutely asset for our program. A special kid, man. He's a great kid as well. Ben Daradoy, he didn't get to play this year because of eligibility reasons, but we've been working hard in math. Me and him work hard in math probably
every day.
Every day. Yesterday we worked math from 10 a.m. to 3.
Right.
So he's getting tired of seeing me too. And then Mariko McLean from Memphis. Yep. He's one that's going to keep getting better. We're working on his shot. Landon Meadows, he played for me last year and really regretted not playing this year, and maybe wants to come back and join the team again. And he's a hard-nosed kid, Coach. You'll be happy to coach this kid. And then last but not least, maybe our big boy in the middle again, Marcus Burnett. We're praying to him right out there. I know his parents maybe would like to see him play close to in Paducah again, but we're praying that he makes the best decision for Marcus.
It's hard. It's hard with him. Like we talked about before. It's hard to. You don't want to tell him stay because you feel like you're being selfish, but you're hoping he does.
Yeah, oh yes, he's getting better every day,
and
now he's playing above the rim. So, some events that Coach was talking about in the community. We're gonna have a basketball camp this year, the first one we've ever had here at West Kentucky, and probably going to be in early June, maybe mid-June, somewhere in there. And, from all age groups from, probably 5 or 6 all the way up to the high school level. And we're going to have a camp, and we're excited about that. Yeah. So we'll try to get those details out and things like that as soon as we can. Also thinking about having a golf scramble. I'm a big golfer. I love golf.
I wish I was good.
But we're going to probably have a golf scramble and have that as a fundraiser for our program. And then also maybe having a 3-on-3 tournament. Yeah. And hopefully promoting that real well and getting community involved. And we're going to do a lot more other community things this year. Of course, Habitat for Humanity. We're going to get out as a team and do community involvement events and things like that. But also, we're probably going to host a Region 1 versus Region 2 All-Star game. And that'll probably be a week right after the Sweet 16.
Right.
So be close attention to the papers and things like that for when that event will take place and everything like that. But next week will be our last week here on WKCTC Basketball Weekly. And again, I can't thank these guys in the studio enough, but hope to see you all again next week. Thanks.